Yo, everybody, how you doing today? This is Victor, Chicago Bears podcast. Happy Black Friday. And our prayers and thoughts have came through, my friends. Matt Eberflus from the Chicago Bears head coach has been terminated, fired. Hasta la vista. Sayonara. That's it. That's all the languages I know. And bye-bye. Bye-bye, bro. You know, it could have been, if he couldn't see the writing on the wall, at some point, if he has it's almost to the point where I look back now in hindsight, after like a bad marriage, you kind of like realize what you did wrong, maybe what you did wrong, what they did wrong, and you see things a little bit differently. It very much feels like it was like a scam. He got in only because he knew someone who knew someone. Hey, I'll do you a favor, get you a job. It just seems so, sometimes, I hope we don't look back one day and say, this guy was a mole, a plant, a saboteur. Because the way this man coached, you would think, anyone would think, this is sabotage. There's just no way you're that bad as a head coach in the NFL. It was mind-boggling what we went through yesterday, guys. And of course the day games. And the way that game ended, I'm sure it bled right into everybody's dinner. Come on, who's not at dinner? Who wasn't at dinner last night? How about them Bears? Oh my gosh, what a day. History has been made, friends. They have not fired. Chicago Bears is the only team in NFL history who has never fired a coach midseason. Even new expansion teams have just ripped the Band-Aid off. Rip that thing off. Suffer now, enjoy later. It's anything with life, guys, right? It's like you say, being in that bad relationship with a girl or a guy or whatever, your partner, it's not good. Get out now. Don't waste each other's time. And that's what that was. A bad marriage that was inevitable going to be a divorce. And then, of course, like every family, we're the kids. Who pays the consequences in a bad marriage? The kids do. That's us. We're looking up to these teams. These guys are heroes. And then around leadership, around our heroes, the players are the real heroes. The players are the ones. This is from the best Michael Jordan baseball. The players win games. Coaches push the morale forward, which is very vital. You need a good head coach, but you need your players to execute too. We're going to get into some notes from yesterday, guys. Wow. I'm going to try to make this not too long. I'm going to try to go fast because I don't want to make a 25-minute video. This could go on forever. But this guy is gone. It kind of just changed where I was going with this. Maybe I can go faster and just kind of avoid some of the obvious. But boy, can you believe this, guys? It's like a lot to soak in. Do you guys, really, 106 years, guys. We're at, I think, 106 seasons. We're the oldest team in the NFL, period, with Green Bay. Us and Green Bay are the ambassadors of football. But George Halas from the Chicago Bears is, they say technically, we're kind of the first real, this type of organization, football team, pro team. But it's between us and Green Bay, our oldest rivals. So week 13 was, we knew we would lose. Most people in our instincts after the heartbreak after heartbreak with this coach, sure, you had your guys out there that were like this hope and a prayer that we're going to win. And it's almost like sometimes you get caught up in that, in hoping for a win. But no, I said this 1,000 times. I'd rather just lose. You're a better team. Just beat us. Just let's just go. Let's just, for example, throw for the win. And this is where you got in a game. Throw for the win, run for the win, kick for the win, whatever you're going to do. and it misses. It gets intercepted. Okay, these things happen in football to the best teams. I mean, Tom Brady has lost in the Super Bowl. There's people, I mean, it just, the best of the best feels lost. That's not a problem. Losing is never a problem. Because if you're a good winner, you have to be a good loser. For me, I've never known any other way. But to lose in such stupidity, I mean, in such, like, here you go. Here's 2 minutes where you could win the game, and you are going to just wet the bed, embarrass yourself week after week with your divisional rivals. The whole world is watching. You're making people who don't even watch football catch this guy's attention. Matt Eberflus. He was just a walking, ugh. What were they? But then, could not be over, friends. I celebrated. I just got done dancing. Maybe you guys caught my little dance video. But this is not like, oh, Coach Eberflus is fired. We fired Matt Nagy. And look what we got. Matt Eberflus. I mean, it goes up and down, but it's still, guys, Mark Trestman, John Fox. Then we got Matt Nagy. And now Matt Eberflus. Matt Nagy was the best by far out of those guys. By far. We went to the playoffs twice with Matt Eberflus. With Matt Nagy. But this guy was absolutely the worst coach we've ever had. The worst coach we've ever had. The worst coach I've ever witnessed on an NFL team, myself. I've never observed. Bears have beaten bad teams because we're generally a bad team in general. We just are. And now when we've beaten other bad teams, I've never picked up where it was always like we outplayed them. We outplayed a bad team. But never in my entire life can I remember, with my 18 years of like really following closely, have I read, article, YouTube, that we came up against somebody with a coach like Eberflus. I've never seen. I try to think. He really is a phenomenon, that man. And the team as itself sometimes, with just the way because Caleb Williams is no angel, let me tell you. He's a hero. He definitely should stick around. Rookie year, because you have some goof ups with that clown that we just dealt with Matt Eberflus, and he had some goofy plays, and yes, holds the ball too long, a couple weird, he takes a sack here and there. Without that man without Caleb, we would be getting blown out. You're not telling me that this guy, Bajent, is going to lead us to the playoffs. You never know. You know what? Sometimes I was thinking, the kid's got heart, the kid's got spirit, and he does release that ball quick. So you never know what could happen with what someone's got in the tank. I love Tyson Bajent. But that rookie who is going to be, he's making throws, his long arm. Caleb Williams has a better long arm, I'm sorry. And on the legs, the jukes, that throw that he did across his body in the Minnesota Vikings game, I'm like, oh, okay. He was on the run. You guys saw that. And just to DeAndre Swift, 30-something yards up the way. He dropped a dime. This stuff doesn't have. You are not a quarterback. You watch some inexperienced high school quarterbacks. They're not doing this. You can see someone in high school. It's like, okay, you're definitely going to be good in college. And then college is going to make you better. And you can end up in the NFL. I mean, that's how it is. You see someone in high school like whipping that thing around, throwing touchdowns in high school. I mean, colleges want that. And then from there to there, you go from there. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody who did not hear my message yesterday. I hope you guys had all happy Thanksgiving yesterday. Detroit was just straight juggernaut. They were a straight juggernaut, just unstoppable. We have always showed an inability to expose any team's weaknesses. That's what I got down here. That's what seems to be an observation. The weaknesses of teams become a strength against us sometimes. Caleb Williams' accuracy the first half was, woof, couple good throws, but 0 points the first half. He's got to get that cleaned up. But again, when you have such a disaster as a phenomenon of a terrible coach as Eberflus, it's infectious, friends. It's infectious. When you're around losers, think about anybody's life. It's just a world thing. When you're around losers in your life, what happens to you? When you're around a guy that has no winning culture up here and here and here, he doesn't understand winning because he never was a winner. It's going to make people around you He's got him in his ear. Who knows what this poor guy's listening to? He's a rookie, 23 years old. You got to give him some time. He's only 12 games out of college football. 12 games out. Nah. We're giving this guy time before we put the nail in his coffin. Because I've seen some throws that are easily as good as Trubisky or Justin Fields. That's some great throws. So he kept us in games against the Green Bay and the Detroit and Minnesota. The games were within reach of the win. But you're not going to see us all on him. Yes, there is a percent where he needs to pay attention. But on that last drive, he was instructed to go for the play. He was told, go for it. You're a rookie quarterback in the NFL. You know you're on live TV. The world is watching. Your coach says, run the play. You're running the play. You're not going to sit there and look over. No NFL coach or NFL quarterback has ever looked over to the coach and said, no, I'm not running the play. Timeout. Never happened. Never happened. Won't happen. It's not the way it rolls. So we're going to go kind of some good and bad to kind of roll through this really fast. We won't be here too long. So Eberflus. Oh, this is a great one. Eberflus said, second half. Oh, this is great. Before the second half, he goes, it's going to pop. It's going to pop in the second half. It's going to pop. The last thing he said before he walked in to the second half. And it kind of did. Ironically, it did pop. The offense did come alive. So it's kind of crazy. But then it's like, when he said it's going to pop in the second half, I wrote, before we lost, famous last words. If you can see. Famous last words. Oh, no, it's backwards. I wrote that in while I was like, oh, my God. It was hilarious. Bad. Caleb has been sacked 45 times this season. He takes too many sacks. I would say half are his fault, half are the O-line. Combination of both. Sometimes maybe it's more on them one day and like 30% him or 70% them or flip-flop. Some of those sacks are all on him. All completely on him. Holds that ball too long, brother. Let that thing rip. Throw it away. This is the NFL. You got 3 to 4 seconds tops. Sometimes less. Look left, look right. Then go. Once in a while you get sacked. The best in the world gets sacked. Not too many times. Third and long all day long. That was rough. We never had a chance in the first half. It felt, like I said before, it felt surgical. What Detroit was doing to us was surgical. They weren't beating us up where we're like, players were getting carted off like bears. They were beating us surgically. It was the Detroit. Now, we put up a good fight. But so that gives me pause to think for sure what would happen. I think they would clean up what they messed. They know they should have blown us out. They should have scored more. And I think they went conservative in the second half. And the Bears went more aggressive. But then you have like stupidity, this guy. So we ended third quarter. That first touchdown drive to Keenan Allen was good. It was nice. It was a nice, deep one. It was nice. He put it where it needs to be. Second touchdown, he went for the 2-point conversion. I was going to die because if you do the math, it was a terrible decision. Because had the second touchdown would have been 14. Then we scored again. So 14 plus 7 equals 21. Okay? The score was 21. Then the score would have been 21-23 at that moment when all that chaos was going on that last 2 minutes. All we needed was a kick. That's it. So it would have been 24-23. Bears win. Had he just went for the kick in the beginning. Some people would argue that they should have gone for the 2 right away because it was 16-0. Third quarter, we're down. They went for the 2. A lot of teams go for the 2. Thing is, they have not been that great on the 2. Not that great. Sometimes yes, sometimes. Did they get the other one yesterday? I don't think so. No. Caleb Williams, I didn't see it, but he left DJ Moore wide open for an easy touchdown. They say, I didn't catch it. I got to look. He was open for business 24/7, 7-Eleven, and he missed him. Happens to the best. Justin Fields left touchdowns all over the place and open guys. So it happens. It happens to the best. I love Justin Fields. We love them all. Even love Trubisky. He was a good guy. He had a good spirit. He cared. That means something. So that was, for me, I thought that was terrible. Because then it was a kick to win. 24-23. He was just the worst. Overthrows at the end of the game were enough to limit progress. The overthrows. He was doing overthrows. And it was like a good bad. Then he made up for it with an amazing touchdown. I think it was that third one. That third one was just, wow. So you're like, Caleb's a fighter. That's when it was 20-23. He put us, I mean, this guy, 20-23, guys. The 20-23 against the number one team, in my opinion, the number one team, KC and Detroit. Chiefs and Detroit are hands down, and by a good margin, the best teams in the league, and I believe it'll be Detroit versus Chiefs. I hope Detroit wins. That's going to be a rough one, a rough pill to swallow, because if Detroit wins, they are never going to let us live it through, and they're going to be reminding us forever that we're the Super Bowl champs, and how long has it been? So there's almost, I don't know. We'll see how we feel when it comes. Be nice, Detroit. I'm rooting for you, okay? I'm rooting for you. And if we're in the same conference, Mahomes has got a few rings. You guys haven't had rings, I don't think ever, and never won a Super Bowl. So it'd be nice to root for you guys. You know, probably going as an underdog. Let's go Detroit. Come on. You know, we don't have to be mean. We can all get along. So the overthrows, wasn't happy about that. And then around, there it goes. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I wrote here, it's happening again. It's happening again. The win is in our clutches late in fourth quarter. Oh, I remember reading it. I'm like, I'm there again. I'm there again. At this point in the game, 2.25 left. The intensity is insane. It was just insane. At that moment in time, last night, fourth quarter, I'm like, excite me again. The last two games, I'm like, are we actually going to win? Oh my God, we're actually going to win this game. Like, it's going to be an awesome Thanksgiving. Like, oh, we're going to be stuck with Eberflus for the next 5 years, but oh, whatever, we're going to win. Happy, wins, always great. So, huge improvement overall, I felt. At that moment, I stepped back and I was like, okay. Overall, hey, even at that point in the game, 20-23, hey, yo, we're not so bad. At the 2-minute 1st and 10, Caleb was going from, at that moment, after the 2-minute warning, he was going from, I want to die. Oh my God, I want to die. Like, his play was just the sack, the overthrow, and then just like, he's incredible. He's incredible. He made another throw that was like, and got himself out of trouble. He's fighting an uphill battle, guys. Detroit is no joke. To give him any benefit of the doubt, let's not take away anything from Detroit. That would be rude. It's not nice. So, Eberflus is the worst in history of my life. I just couldn't believe it. I was writing all my notes. DJ Moore, they said he had 2 drops. I didn't catch that. I was cooking. I had to walk away. We were getting our butt kicked. I had to walk away a little bit. But I have to rewatch the game. Caleb broke record for the longest streak without an interception. I don't know if that's for the Bears franchise or all-time rookie or just all-time player at all. I got to look that up. But he broke a record of longest streak without an interception. Cutler was an interception machine. I'm sorry. I convulge. 1 interception, all right. I don't get too worked up. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him with a passion. I'd rather lose a game with no interceptions. I'd rather lose. Just lose, no interceptions. Hey, you did your best, but you didn't throw the ball away. This is grade school mentality. Hey, we always look at the positive. A bright side of a win. Hey, you didn't throw the ball away, little guy. You fought hard, you didn't throw it away, and you kept us in the game. 20-23. That's in the game. You're in the game. A touchdown away from a win. We were right there. But you had Eberflus. Worst coach in history. DJ Moore had a couple drops. Not good. He just got a paycheck. You got to catch them balls. Well, but again, the infection. The Eberflus infection. So, we got that. And then, Caleb rookie gets passed with obstacles. His rookie year, the obstacles are just insane. A lot of obstacles. It's hard to succeed. No QB can. Bad situation has never put us in reach of victory as a rookie. The bad situations. To avoid delay of game, Caleb has to call a touchdown, timeout. That was terrible. To avoid a delay of game, he had to call it. Should have been the coach. There's like a cohesiveness. Never in the entire game was this win completely out of reach. It never was. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's improvement. Thanks to Caleb, the whole team and players only get credit. The players. 3 or less plays from beating the best team in league. That was something good. Caleb's mistakes, they're hurting. The rookie year, no interceptions. 5 games and no interceptions. That wasn't so bad. Caleb was a top rusher for this game. Not good. He's always rushing. Flus challenged earlier in the game. He challenged. Should have never challenged. That wasn't good. He blew it. It wasn't a good, clear. It was questionable. And he was going for a challenge. It's almost like looking, like again, in hindsight, you're like, what were you doing? I just throw it out there. Was somebody in your ear? Or was it just like, it looked like it wasn't an incompletion. I was going to throw this red thing. He has thrown, I don't think he's ever had one successful. Or maybe the one. He threw 2, I think, challenges. Yesterday might have been his first successful challenge ever. Every time he's thrown that red flag out, he's been denied because he throws it out and wastes it because he's wrong. Craziness. No coach at crucial 30-second mark made a play for the win. Yeah, no coach stepped up. That was bad. First quarter was rough for him. And that's about it, guys. Eberflus is pure negligence. That's what it was. The challenges. That's about it, guys. That's my notes. I went over everything. Oh boy, this video went longer than I expected. But there's a big enchilada, guys. I hope you stuck around. If you stuck around to the end of this video, you know what? I love you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I love my family, my basketball family, my kids. You guys are great. Much love to my family out there watching who know me. Thank you. I love you. I couldn't get the chance to be with you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Much love. Hey, something bright to brighter futures. To brighter futures without this guy. Hopefully they get a guy in there that's ready to be opposite of everything we've had in the last decade. Just different. Anything different would be better than what we've had, guys. Anything. This is quite one enchilada. I think it's my longest video ever. I got to get out of here. You guys are probably like dying. Like, Victor, yeah, just cállate pues. Ya no más. Too much talky. But I think that's why I got this thing. I like to talk, obviously. I got an outlet. You got to get it out, my friends. You got to get it out somehow. Have an outlet. It's healthy for you. Friends, have a beautiful day. And we'll keep you posted on any other huge news. Bye-bye, Eberflus. Hello to brighter futures. You guys be good. God bless and take care. Bye-bye.